welcome, class 833. Gain fluency. Gana soltura. Gane usted soltura. Gain fluency. Page 22 at the top, not at the bottom, nor in the middle, nor on the left, nor on the right. At the top. All right. You'll agree with me, I began this yesterday, you'll agree with me that we need to call a meeting on the subject. Yes, I don't want to make a unilateral decision. I don't want to make a unilateral decision. I need to gain the consensus of the rest of the managers. I need to gain the consensus, el consenso, the consensus of the rest of the managers. I don't want to make a unilateral decision, tomar una decisión unilateral, lo que digo yo. I don't want to make a unilateral decision. We need to call a meeting on the subject. You'll agree with me. You'll agree with me that we need to call. You'll agree with me that we need to call a meeting on the subject. I don't want to make a unilateral decision. I need to gain the consensus of the rest of the managers. I remember in 1977, wow, a long time ago, 44 years ago? No, more, 47 years ago, 46 years ago, okay? In 1977, the word consenso became very popular. And many people, consenso, ¿qué es? And so in the newspapers, el consenso. It was because of los pactos de la Moncloa with Adolfo Suárez and the rest of the political parties in Spain to get together and to create an agreement to gain consensus. It's very common in English, consensus. But at that time it wasn't common in Spanish to say consenso. Y tampoco se dice mucho hoy en día, but consensus. But we use it. Una disposición a un acuerdo. There's a certain objective that is common to everybody. There's a consensus on that. Yes, that Spain needs to avoid conflict and civil war, and Spain needs to progress economically. And so there's a consensus on that. Now, each party has a different opinion on how to achieve that objective, but there's a consensus concerning the overall objective. Now, how to go is a different question, each one. All right, consensus. And here he says I need to gain the consensus. Gain fluency, gain consensus. I need to gain the consensus of the rest of the managers. So, you'll agree that we need to call a meeting on the subject. ¿Estarás de acuerdo en que tenemos que convocar una reunión o necesitamos convocar una reunión sobre este asunto, sobre el asunto, el tema? You'll agree that we need to call a meeting on the subject. I don't want to make a unilateral decision. I need to gain the consensus of the rest of the managers, no? Yes. I need to gain the consensus of the rest of the managers. Okay. Microparagraph number 142. Ready? He's covering his mouth. He's covering his mouth because he knows the cameras are focusing on him. Now, there are two cameras focusing on me. No, there are three. I'm surrounded. That camera, there's a camera next to, just right there, focusing on me. And there's a camera over there, focus on me. But these cameras are not working, right? They're off. Okay, so there's really only one camera focusing on me, that one. But for a football coach, like a football coach of Real Madrid, Barcelona, Fútbol Club de Valencia, etc. many of the games are televised. And so if the coach says something to the referee or to another player, it's not too difficult, especially for certain experts, to read their lips. ¿Se dice leer los labios? Se dice así. Bueno, es decir, leer mis, tus labios. Siempre personalizado, to read your lips. I can't see you, so I can't read your lips. But I'm going to say something in English, and see if you, but you will not be able to hear me, and you tell me if you can read my lips. Did you read my lips? Do you know what I said? I'll repeat it. Can you read my lips? ¿Sabes lo que he dicho? You don't know what I said. Third time lucky. Are you ready? All right. Okay. You can't read my lips. Okay, but there are experts on television watching these games. And when the coach, Ancelotti, for example, is angry and says something to the referee or the el cuarto árbitro, he says something, they can say, well, Ancelotti has an Italian accent. Maybe they have problems. But in any case, they can read your lips. Okay, fine. Now, that's here. He's covering his mouth. Many times, if you're watching a football game, the players speak to each other covering their mouth. ¿Te has fijado alguna vez? They cover their mouth. All right, because of that problem. He's covering his mouth because he knows the cameras are focusing on him, and that some people might be able to read his lips. Que a lo mejor podría. Some people might be able. It means possibly, will be able. They might be able to read his lips. I wonder what he's saying to the referee. ¿Qué estará diciendo al árbitro? ¿Qué estará diciendo? I wonder what he's saying to the referee. I don't know, but he's angry. Yeah, era penalti seguro. It was a penalty, and the referee didn't call it. It was a penalty, and the referee didn't call it. So I wonder what he's saying to the fourth referee. I wonder, but he's covering his mouth. I imagine he's not saying the nicest thing in the world. Okay, one more time. He's covering his mouth because he knows the cameras are focusing on him, and that some people might, definitively no, but maybe, might be able to read his lips. Aquí el might, se llama el verbo modal verb, it's an auxiliary verb. I will go is iré. I might go is puede que vaya. Puede que sí, puede que no. Es lo mismo que may. I may go. May and might in most cases are exactly the same. Yes. He thinks that some people may be able to read his lips or might be able to read his lips. I wonder what he's saying to the referee. I wonder what he's saying to the referee. Yeah. ¿Qué estará diciendo al árbitro? ¿Qué le estará diciendo? Aquí say, prefiero, y no tell. I wonder what he's telling the referee is perfectly correct. Pero eso sí, transmitiendo información relevante al árbitro para que el árbitro haga algo. Pero siempre está opinando, probably. So he's just saying something. He's not transmitting relevant information for an action. I wonder, ¿qué estará diciendo? En español usáis el futuro, me encanta esta forma en español. ¿Qué estará diciéndole? ¿Qué estará diciendo? Claro, dices, what will he be saying? Eso es mañana por mañana. ¿Qué estará diciéndole mañana cuando le vea? So it's future in English. But in Spanish, you use the future sometimes in, me pregunto qué está diciendo. ¿Qué estará diciendo? I wonder what he's saying, what he is saying. I wonder what he's saying to the referee. All right, paragraph number 143. I'm starting to get hungry. Es verdad, ¿eh? Está entrando hambre, ¿eh? I'm starting to get hungry. It's not true. This morning was different. This is true, by the way. This morning, I came here by bus, as usual, bus 127, but bus 127 didn't come, and bus 150. Now, bus 150 has a different route, but it changes and goes in a different direction, but at that last stop is about 10 minutes from here on foot. So I decided to catch bus 50 and to walk a little more. And it was very early in the morning. It was 7 o'clock in the morning. And at 7 o'clock in the morning, most of the bars and cafeterias were closed. And I got off the bus and I crossed the street and there was a bar that was open. And I looked inside and there were churros y porras. So I went in and I ordered a coffee with milk and one porra. All right. So, yeah. So I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry now. I'm okay. I'm okay. Fíjate cómo uso la M de trampolín. Porque estoy bien. Estoy bien en inglés. Sí, I'm fine. I'm fine. Or I'm okay. No, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. All right. So but en este caso no. Tengo hambre. O estoy empezando a tener hambre. I'm starting to get hungry. I only had a coffee for breakfast this morning, and the meeting lasted through lunch. I think I'll go across the street and buy a sandwich. This is very English, or very American, this paragraph. This is very American. Bueno, por partes. I'm starting to get hungry. I only had a coffee this morning for breakfast. I only had a coffee for breakfast this morning. And the meeting lasted through lunch. O sea, la reunión duró hasta pasada la hora de comer. Through. O sea, duró a través de la comida. ¿Se entiende, no? It lasted through lunch. I was hungry. Yeah, it lasted through lunch. Ahora la parte americana. I think I'll go across the street and buy a sandwich. So, across the street hay una sandwichería. Okay. Suena, I hate that. There's a place to buy sandwiches, como rodillo o algo. Okay, fine. So, I think, lo americano aquí es I think. Because in Spain, people usually don't say I think when they make a decision to do something. Say, voy a cruzar la calle y comprar un sándwich. Don't say, creo que iré. But in English, American English, yes. My mother always said I think. Well, let's see, it's 10 o'clock. Well, I think I'll vacuum the floor. Creo que pasaré al aspirador. I think I'll do this. And when she finishes, well, I finished vacuuming the floor. I think I'll go shopping. Always I think. In Spain, ahora voy a ir de compras. Y luego voy a, I think. And here it says, I think. I think I'll go across the street. Cruzaré la calle. I'll go across. Iré a través de la calle, se dice. Atravesando. Calle traviesa. I think I'll go across the street and buy a sandwich. All right. So, I'm starting to get hungry. Yes, perhaps it's 3 p.m. Finally, the meeting ended at 3 o'clock. The meeting started at 9 o'clock and it lasted until 3 p.m. Can you believe it? My stomach was growling, gruñendo. Marta always tells me my stomach makes noise. I can hear your stomach. Yeah, can you hear my stomach now? Nope? All right. So the meeting lasted through lunch. Yeah, I'm starting to get hungry now. Yeah. I only had a coffee for breakfast this morning, And the meeting lasted through lunch. I think I'll go across. I think I'll go across the street and buy a sandwich. En español diría para comprar. I'll go across the street to buy a sandwich, pero en inglés, and. I'll go across the street and buy a sandwich. Yes, across the street is enfrente. En español suele decir, mira, la casa de enfrente. Okay, el edificio de enfrente. El bar de enfrente. In English, the bar across the street, the building across the street, the house across the street. Across, todo junto. The house across the street. Más formal podría ser the house opposite this building. The bar opposite my office. O sea, opuesto a mi oficina. Opposite my office. It's more formal. We say the bar across the street. The bar across the street. Across the way, a veces se dice. O sea, atravesando el camino, across the way. All right, I'm starting to get hungry. I only had a coffee for breakfast this morning, and the meeting lasted through lunch. I think I'll go across the street and buy a sandwich. Okay, next paragraph number 144. She told me not to call her after 10 p.m. She told me not to be or not to be, to call or not to call. Me dijo que no la llamara. She told me, no le llamara. She told me not to call her after 10 p.m. Después a las 10 de la noche. No me llames después a las 10 de la noche. She told me not to call her after 10 p.m. She says she likes to go to bed early. Yeah, she says. What does she say? She says she likes to go to bed early. She says she likes. Third person singular in both cases. Dice que le gusta. She says she likes to go to bed early. Memoriza esta frase. He says he likes to go early. He likes to go to bed early. You say you like to go to bed early. They say, they say they like to go to bed early. She says she likes to go to bed early. She told me not to call her after 10 p.m. She told me not to. Me dijo que la llamara. She told me to call her. Que no? She told me not to call her. Es muy fácil. Se inserta not y ya está. Yeah. She told me to call her. She told me not to call her after 10 p.m. She likes to go to bed early. She says she likes to go to bed early. All right. I think she goes to a gym near her house at 5:30 in the morning. Yeah. She certainly looks in good shape. Wow. La verdad es que está de buena forma física. Está muy bien. Muy sana, muy... Yes. Muy bien hechita. Yeah, she is. Yeah. But why? She goes to the gym every morning. She goes to the gym, I think. Yo creo que va al gimnasio cerca de su casa. I think she goes to a gym near her house at 5:30 in the morning. Yeah. You know, it's a problem in Spain. In the United States, most of the gyms are 24 hours. And if they're not 24 hours, they open at 5 o'clock in the morning. Because in the United States, people get up earlier than in Spain. In Spain, here, when I come here, I walk about 1 kilometer to a bus stop. On the way, there are 2 gyms. One general gym and another gym only for women. Solo para mujeres, it's a gym only for women. And I walk by about 6:40, 6:45 in the morning. And both are closed. Both are closed. That's impossible in the States. They open because there are a lot of people. I go to a gym also near my house that is 24 hours a day. Yesterday I woke up at 3 o'clock. Yeah. And I tried to go back to sleep and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I pushed the button on the coffee machine I made a coffee, and I drank the coffee. I checked the news, and then I got dressed and I went to the gym. And I got to the gym at about 5:30. 5:30, como dije aquí. About 5:30. There were at least 10 people in the gym. It's a small gym. It's relatively small, maybe 250 square meters, so it's not very big. There were about 10 people in the gym. I was surprised. Wow, crowded. It's crowded. That was 5:30 in the morning. But it's the only gym in a radius of probably 2 kilometers that is 24 hours. And so many people go there because of that option. So it's a popular gym because it's 24 hours. Some people work at night. Some people work in hospitals, or a taxi driver at night, or a security guard and things. And so, and so when they finish, they go to the gym, or before they start, they go to the gym. It's very convenient to have a gym that's 24 hours a day. Ahora, esta chica va a las 5:30. I think she goes to a gym near her house at 5:30 in the morning. She certainly looks in good shape. To be in good shape is to be physically fit, to be in good physical condition. She certainly, yo no creo que se le ve que está de buena forma física la chica. She certainly, ciertamente, she certainly looks in good shape. I think she goes to a gym near her house at 5:30 in the morning. My daughter does that. Andrea hace eso. Yeah. She goes to the gym very early. Yeah. Now no, but now she goes to a gym near here. There's a gym across the street here. And my daughter comes here and she goes to the gym there. But my daughter has a radio show. And before the radio show, she goes to the gym and takes advantage of the time across the street. But this girl goes to a gym near her house at 5:30 in the morning. She certainly looks in good shape. Yes, so she goes to bed early because she gets up very early. She gets up at 5. And then she goes to the gym at 5:30. And then she comes back home. She gets dressed. And then she goes to work. All right. That's her routine. So she gets up at 5 o'clock. She goes to bed at 10. So she sleeps 7 hours, 6.5 or 7 hours every night. Okay. She sleeps a little more on the weekends, but she sleeps only 6.5 or 7 hours during the week, during the working week. One more time, she told me not to call her. She told me not to call her after 10 p.m. She says she likes to go to bed early. I think she goes to a gym near her house at 5:30 in the morning. She certainly looks in good shape. All right, and one more. How much time, Marta? You have time for one more? Yeah. Okay. Paragraph number 145. Okay. These online newspapers, un periódico online. All right. Yeah, this is true. Esto es verdad. These online newspapers never include the date. Yeah. I found this article on the internet. I found this article on the internet. It's from Peru, and it's about a terrible earthquake. I don't know if it's from yesterday or from 10 years ago. This is a problem. In a newspaper, you buy a physical newspaper, every article you read puts the date, la fecha del artículo. But on the internet, on many of the online newspapers, many articles don't put the date. ¿No has notado alguna vez? ¿De cuándo fue esto? Yeah. And it's irritating for me because I don't know if the news is now or 2 days ago or maybe even 2 years ago. Mira, es del año 19. Okay. 5 years ago or 4 years ago. So, there's estos periódicos online. these online newspapers never include the date. Bueno, never no, pero muchas veces no. These online newspapers never include the date. I found this article on the internet. Yeah, and it's about a terrible earthquake, un terremoto terrible en el Perú. Ahí dicen el Perú, no dicen Perú. In Peru, in English we say Peru, not the Peru. Yeah, it's from Peru. El artículo proviene del Perú. It's from Peru, and it's about a terrible earthquake. I don't know if it's from yesterday or 10 years ago. And it's strange. If you go in Terremoto Peru, or Chile or something, you go in, you see an article, and many times there's not a date. Well, I wonder. But then you need to read the article, and many times you can find out the date. But it's irritating sometimes. All right. That's it for today, but I'll be back tomorrow. Take care.